Welcome back to the Dare to Be Great, Dare to Be You podcast. My name is Shawn Langwell, and I'm your host. And I started this podcast a little over 2.5 years ago with the intent of trying to carry a little bit of message of hope to those people out there who are feeling stuck and who need a little bit of inspiration. And today we're going to do something that's a little bit different and out of the ordinary. Usually I have some guests on the program, but I haven't done a whole lot of my own self-promotion or talking about some of the things that I've done, including books I've written. Today, we're going to dive into a book that I wrote 2.5 years ago that just was a stream of consciousness book that is really designed to help people drop down into a place of gratitude quickly on a daily basis or as frequently as you want. And all the chapters, there's basically 73 or 74 chapters in it. All of them can be read in less than 5 minutes. So the book is called Today's the Day. It is inspiration, encouragement, and wisdom to overcome mental blocks and live a happier, more productive, and fulfilling life one day at a time. And if you happen to pick this book up, it is available wherever books are sold. The coolest thing that, and I did this on purpose, is to be able to flip this book open and just read whatever that chapter is for the day. We're not going to do that. I'm going to do start to finish here, and I'm going to start with the introduction. On this particular episode, we're going to read probably one or two chapters, and then over the next several weeks, we will go through 2 to 3 chapters at a time until I cover the entire book. So, without further ado, this is Today's the Day, the introduction. This book is designed to help you start off your day with a better, more positive attitude than most of us typically do. To stop the morning and daily chatter of a hundred hungry chipmunks scurrying about your mind looking for lost nuts. You know what I'm talking about. We all have them. Chipmunks, squirrels, and soul-sucking mind rodents. They are more commonly known as fear, doubt, worry, overthinking, imposter syndrome, etc. Many are early risers, frequently starting their incessant chatter as soon as we open our eyes, sometimes earlier. Usually they start in well before we've had our first cup of coffee, checked our phones, or taken a morning piss. What if you could silence those noisy little shits and reclaim some sanity and sense of control about your day and your life? How much smoother would your day be? Well, here's your chance. What follows are insights, strategies, and tidbits of inspirational wisdom that have served me well for decades, which I believe you will find helpful too. Some of the principles, habits, or values included in this short book have taken years of practice for me to develop and master, and they seem to flow effortlessly as I wrote them. Others I still struggle with. Honestly, a few are ideals I doubt I will ever master, and I'm cool with that. The point is to offer you what has worked for me and what I am still practicing daily so that they may, in turn, encourage you to practice them and discover your own paths to inner peace or a path to inner peace. The tips in this book are specifically for those who have a growth mindset and place a high value on perpetual self-improvement, especially those who want to live a happier, more productive, meaningful, and fulfilling lives. It is also for those who appreciate a good challenge, knowing and understanding that any progress is going to be awkward at first. It always is. That's true for just about anything in life, from learning to swim or ride a bike to using a computer to whatever. If you want to get better at anything, you must keep at it until you feel confident enough. In other words, confidence is a product of doing, not thinking. Later, you could decide if you want to raise the bar or learn something else. That's what makes life so freaking exciting for those with a growth mindset. We never stop learning, changing, and improving unless we give up or die. This is your book, your private time, and there is no one here to judge you. Take what you want and leave the rest. Nobody is watching. This is your opportunity to surrender and become more open-minded and curious, to become more inspired, bolder, more confident, and courageous, to blow the dust off your dreams and once again begin to believe that you can step into who you were created to be without apology. As you consider, meditate on, and respond to the inspirational prompts within, I encourage you to let the words sink in, feel them, and ask yourself what they are trying to teach you in this moment. This book is intentionally designed to help you feel and be more in control of your life and the direction it's headed, inspired, driven, clear, alive. To get the most out of this book, I encourage you to remain open, curious, and honest with yourself. Give yourself permission to be more vulnerable. The prompts I've included are meant to get you thinking about questions you may want to consider and resolve. It is important to not only respond to them, preferably in writing, but to also make time to allow the questions to sit there, unanswered and unresolved. In time, the answers you seek will be revealed. Eventually, you will learn to trust your gut more and know what to do when the answers appear. It is in these unstructured moments of being fully aware and present that our greatest discoveries about ourselves and the epiphanies and serendipities are revealed. I encourage you to honor the sacredness of this time. Use it to ask, listen, and follow whatever the universe is trying to tell you. This book is designed to help you become more keenly aware of the latent wisdom and genius already simmering within you. Gently coax it out into the light and allow it to breathe. In short, these bits of encouragement or inspiration are specifically written for you to carefully consider and incorporate into your daily life, into your beingness, all of your comings and goings, thoughts, conversations, and actions. They are designed to help you level up and harness the power you already have within for the greatest good for you as well as anyone you serve and interact with on a regular basis. Whether applied to artistic endeavors or used to build stronger, more meaningful personal and professional relationships, or simply as a morning muse for personal growth and self-improvement, this is your time to explore the next chapters of your life. Honor yourself and meditate on what you read, allowing the words and the emotional response they evoke to settle into your bones. Remain mindful of the multitude of opportunities that come up for you to practice what you learned from each day's reading and become bold enough to act on them. Honor this time, the process, and let it be as it is. Whether in this volume or any other work I choose to write or teach, I pledge to give you my very best in the moment, always. And know this, as long as we are committed to and actively improving a little bit every day, we cannot fail, ever. To me, that means complete surrender and challenging my deep-rooted tendency to overthink everything. In your continued quest to discover a greater sense of meaning, purpose, and understanding for your life, I hope this book becomes an integral tool to awaken and embolden you to find, embrace, and act upon your own truth within, here, now, always. I am not attached to how you use this book or what impact it may have on your trajectory of your life. Neither should you be. Whatever you gain from reading and practicing these principles is a win. It is as it is, and that's good enough for me. I hope it is for you as well. Chapter 1, Change and Getting Started. There are two difficult things in life, change and starting something new or unknown. I wish it wasn't so. Yet no matter how many times I start to write a new book, story, or start anything new that is unfamiliar, the gremlins in my head scurry in fury like ants, eggs in mouth, scrambling to safety away from the flood caused by a rainstorm or sidewalk being power washed. And then there is my incessant nagging resistance to change. It can be anything new or different. A new environment, a new home, a new job, a new relationship, a new goal, or deciding what to wear, eat, or what movie to see. The fact is, most of us, like the flooded ants, don't like change, especially when we don't have a choice. We like routines. Or if given the option for something new, perhaps even better, we typically choose not to change, to stay where we are because it's familiar, comfortable. That is generally not a winning formula for an abundant and fulfilling life, nor should it be. So rather than risking our pride because we will likely suck at something new, we play it safe, living in the same childhood neighborhood, wearing the same clothes, and having our favorite dish at a local eatery. But does familiarity make us happy? Or does it get boring? What prevents us from taking the bold first step towards something we think we want or from trying something new? I don't know. I suspect there are hundreds of reasons for each of us. I do know this. The greatest opportunities for a richer, more fulfilling life are not to be found drowning in the flooded tunnels of comfort and familiarity. To feel fully alive and thrive, we must continue to learn, grow, and evolve, or we risk drowning in a puddle of mediocrity. Today is all we have. And today is a great day to take a chance on you and make the decision to step into your fear of the vast unknown and trust that you will not drown. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. I hope you make the most of it. We'll end with this third one. It's called Writer's Block. Chapter 2, Writer's Block. Writing a book is nerve-wracking. When I got up this morning, I had all these grand ideas that I outlined in my journal. I got it, I exclaimed out loud at 7:15 a.m. Hours later, I sat staring at a blank page. All my inspiration vanished. Then I had an idea and my wife interrupted. I'm going now. See you soon. Goodbye. See you later. I'm trying to write now. I snapped, turning away as she snuggled up for a kiss. You haven't written anything yet, she said, glancing at my blank screen. She's a writer too, and it was all in jest, but for a moment I was irritated, not from her playful affection, but because getting started is so freaking hard. Then, when I finally had a thought, she joked again, walking down the stairs. Goodbye, I'll miss you. Then giggled as I heard the door click. She gets it and knows all about writer's block, but some people are just better at tuning things out and staying focused when it comes to creative endeavors. Not me. I need quiet, solitude, freedom to think without interruption. And I still struggle with second guessing things after I do finally get started. Does any of this sound familiar? Therein lies another problem, perfectionism. In the beginning of a new book, I have so many thoughts and ideas bouncing around my brain like a BB in a steel drum. I just want one I can explore, unpack, and add some color to that sounds inspiring, encouraging, helpful. It has to be just right. And it will be when I let go of trying to make it perfect, when I stop thinking about what I want to say and just start writing. I know this. I've done it many times. In fact, the best way to get over writer's block is, wait for it, to write. How deeply profound and yet so true. As with doing anything, we are afraid of at first. Why do you think like the Nike slogan is so powerful? Because doing is where the magic happens. For those of you who struggle with getting started, who want to write a book but haven't even started, who want to do fill in the blank, I offer this deep pearl of wisdom. Just freaking do it. If you want to write, write. If you want to lead, lead. If you want to change jobs, start looking for one you may like. Send a resume and wait. Whatever it is that stands in your way, the best thing you can do is not wait until the planets are aligned on a supermoon Monday. Instead, get busy living instead of worrying about all the things that might go wrong. Today is the perfect day to take a chance on you. Just say yes and get to it. You'll be glad you did. This has been Dare to Be Great, Dare to Be You. I'm Shawn Langwell, your host, and we're going to be going through the book Today is the Day. Until next time, have a great day.